music. Yeah.
Milsurp Garage. All right, went to a gun show a couple of weeks ago. There is no inventory, and prices are just completely out of control. But still got an awesome deal there. I bought a bunch of Rock Island auction catalogs, the older catalogs from past auctions. If you don't know about Rock Island Auction Company, they are the premier auction house for fine, historic, and investment grade firearms. So these usually come in 3-volume sets. I've seen it where you just see a book here, a book there. You know, it'll be like volume 2 for this. See, this is December 6th, 7th, and 8th, 2019. And they usually come in 3-volume sets. This guy had all 3 for December 8th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. He had all 3 for December 1st, 2nd, November 30th, December 1st, and 2nd for 2018. It's 1, 2, and 3. And he had all 3 for April 13th, 14th, and 15th, 2018. Got all of these less than $50. Now let me tell you what's cool about these things. Say, like, why would I want to look at past auction books? Well, since this is a premier auction house, this is not book 1. Hold on. I put them backwards. This is book 1. I want to start with book 1 because in here they show the terms and conditions, the auction information. These are the terms and conditions. There's like a nice intro. If you want, you could go there. You could like join up to one of the auctions that they're having in the future, and you can get the books. Like whenever they release them, you get the books. It comes with this bidding sheet that you could put down bids for certain things. But let me tell you, it's hard to find anything in the 3-digit price range. It's mostly all over $1,000. And like some of the stuff, they're in the low thousands, you know, some of the examples. But for the most part, we're talking about high dollar stuff here. But what's cool about that is that just for research or just for you garnering knowledge, let's say, nothing is better than these, because the chances that you're seeing something that's fake, doctored, not real, didn't come that way, you know, very, very slim. I'm not saying that people don't try to pass stuff off, but at this place, this is the kind of place where that kind of stuff wouldn't go over. You know what I mean? The most knowledgeable people are here. And this isn't the place to fool around. It'd be like trying to pass off like a fake, a fake LS6 Chevelle at Barrett-Jackson or something. You know, that wouldn't be the place. There could be some auction house somewhere where you could try that nonsense, but look, there's even fold-outs. And all 3 books, when you go through them, it is sort of categorized a certain way. You see here, we're kind of like in the single-action Colt area. But as you move along, as you go through, you'll work your way into, I know I saw, I mean, some of these are amazing. When you look at some of these, they're like look at this. Look at how this is like specifically made, and there's like a whole message on here for a single person. Historic presentation engraved Winchester model 1866 for Colonel Leopold Nelson. I mean, no one's faking that. You know what I mean? But just seeing how the guns are set up, and I mean, even when they go, like, look at this cool plaque here. It's made up of all different caliber rounds, shotgun shells, everything. It's Winchester Repeating Arms Company cartridge display board. So it shows you the lot number. It shows you what they estimate it would sell for. $16,000 to $25,000. This was estimated at. Now, what's really cool is you can go on their website and you can go back to their older auctions, right? And they have these sheets you could download called realized prices. You could look them up. You could even go. They even have the catalog online, lot by lot, that does a full description. There's a description here, but there's sometimes other stuff in there. It specific to its sale or something. Something could be in there, and this shows you what the stuff sold for. So you could. It's kind of like, I didn't know that that they had that originally, and I had a few of these books, and I'd look through it, and I kept wondering to myself, gee, I wonder what that actually sold for if this was the estimate. Well, I could give you an example here. Lot 102. Here's lot 102. This sold for $31,625. So much more than what the estimate was for this. Let me just check that again. Did this really sell for, holy crap, $31,625 for this? But so not only is it showing you real world prices, you have people going like, what's that worth? It's worth what somebody's willing to pay. This actually shows you in hard numbers here what it's worth, and you could see how anybody could estimate. So it gives you an idea of these books that estimate the prices of certain things. And some things, they're just one-offs. I mean, if it's monogrammed or made for just one person, I've seen guns in here, they were gifted to Annie Oakley, and it's like just crazy stuff. How do you come up with a price for that? The price is really just what people are willing to pay. This is what people are willing to pay. So for someone who's like a collector that really wants to just get an idea of what these specialty guns, or some of them, they're not special, they're just they're right in the middle. So you find a lot of these monogrammed ones of there's another like display box. Look at that. Oh, there's a bullet missing. That cost $20,000 off the price of it right there. See, these presentation cases and stuff like that are nice. Here's Alvin White, who is a engraver. And the Alvin White Estate Collection. A bunch of stuff here went up for sale. I mean, these are specialty items just because they're his engraved stuff. Wow, look at that. That's insane. Lot 221. Let's see what that sold for. See, this is like a $7,475, which again is over what the estimate was. I guess that's what was happening back in 2018 and 19. What is this one? 2019, right? Yeah. This is right when prices started going crazy. But when you get into like more modern stuff like this, there's still some that are, special and monogram, but not always. You have some here like this that are just, I'm not saying they're not desirable with Smith and Wessons, or, for some reason they would have collector value, whether it's the condition or that it's they didn't make many of that certain kind with that barrel length. But sometimes not. Sometimes they're just regular. They're just regular guys. Look here. See, here's a Smith & Wesson pre-Model 27 double-action revolver with gold box. It's a .357 Magnum. 3 3/8" solid rib barrel. Really good condition, 95% condition. And the estimate was $1,000 to $1,600. Lot 315. Bet you it sold for more. 315 was $1,495. So no, they're right there in the where they thought it would be. And here's another one that with the estimate $900 to $1,400. So you could even find stuff under $1,000. So there are attainable ones in here for people like me and you, but the information garnered from these old catalogs is incredible, because you're just looking how they were set up, how the grips were set up, what the different types of things. There's so much that you could learn from looking through these. It's unbelievable. Then also, well, one more thing before I forget. They also have downloadable a corrections and information form for some of them too, which should show errors that they made. You know, here's an estimate was wrong. There's sometimes things that they might notice like a bit of damage to it after the catalog's already printed. They add in, oh, by the way, there's a crack over here, something like that. That might be important for a potential bidder. Or just outright mistakes where they just made a mistake in the listing and wrote something wrong. So it's always good to have that as well. Two-sided, this one. So there's quite a bit of corrections, So it couldn't hurt to just take a look over that if you are checking to see what the realized prices were. I think they have that in lot number order also, so you could take a look through there as well. But look here. Here's a Colt model 1908 vest pocket hammerless semi-automatic pistol. This looks a lot like mine. I mean, there's no difference here. $700 to $900 was the estimate. So there's some normal guys here. Here's just a ton of Smith & Wesson, some Colt 45s here. Look at that. I mean, these pictures are not gorgeous. Look at this with the medals here and pictures of like the history of them. Now we start to get more into some military surplus stuff here that would interest us. Springfield 1903s, M1 carbines, M1 Grands. Mind you, I'm going through one catalog here, showing you all this. All right, I bought 9 of these things for under $50. Nice Ithaca Model 37 right there. You want to know how these were set up as a trench gun? There you go. Hope there isn't any glare. I can't see that side of the screen on my monitor. Hope there's no glare over there. It's hard to figure out how to set up the light to not get glare, because these are beautiful glossy books. Look at this. I mean, look at these different. I mean, yeah, they don't break them down to like real close views for like little things, but the knowledge you pick up just breezing through. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Oh, we get into the Lugers. These are all collections. The Gabe Lawson collection. The Heartland collection. Robert Young collection. So these are all just collectors. These are, it's collectors that could still be alive. That just they're just known in the collector industry, I suppose, the collector circles, and they're releasing certain ones. Or I think when you see the Robert Young Estate collection or something like that, might be that the guy died, obviously, But this Robert Young, who knows? This guy might be alive. I don't know. He's just selling off a chunk of his collection, and he's just well respected. People would be comfortable buying guns from him because he's a collector. So they specifically list where they come from. Is this wild? I mean, it's just not. We're not anywhere near the end here. Sick. Totally sick. Let's talk about how much reading. So let's go. That's just December 6th. And then here's where'd it go? Where did I put the 3 for this one? Here it goes. Look at the size of this. Okay. Here's that Annie Oakley gun. I guess it's in this book. Marlin Firearms dedicated this, and then they'll have that at the head of the or if you look online, it'll show what the big item was. Actually, they show them on here. Yeah, see, that was the one that. This is the one that actually sold this. So it'll show on the realized prices sheets the big number sales. So that I think the largest one was $575. That was lot 1089. So I guess that's coming up. What is this? Yeah, we're almost there, so we'll get to it. But they should have sold for $575,000, over $500,000 for that rifle. So they show you what the what the big draw was. That's probably one that everybody was there looking. Volcanics. So this is a big, looks like this is a huge Winchester area right here, because this is just a big title page, and it looks like these are all just Winchesters here. Sick. And a lot of them, they come with like tags that they originally came with, paperwork. Stuff from Winchester, documentation. But, a lot of times you look at this stuff and you're wondering, is this real? Is this what it looked like? Is this accurate? You could almost guarantee looking through here, it's going to be, whatever they write here is going to be accurate. So if they write here like that it's modified, I'm not saying everything that you look at is going to be perfect, but they will disclose everything. It would say in here, not the original stock, not that, you know what I mean? Like they're not fooling around here. Here's that Annie Oakley gun. How sick is this? It even has like a letter. Just all the documentation for it. Sick. And this sold for, there's a whole 2 pages on it. Maybe even more. Is it 2 pages on it? $575,000. I think that would have quickly surpassed my bid of $478. And so here's book number 2. Every place you stop, you're just like, wow, what is that? Insane. Imagine that. You bring that home, put that in your living room. Mortars. These old mortars. Wow. Let's jump ahead a bit. See, every once in a while you'll even see like somebody's effects, somebody's uniform stuff. And Fleet Admiral William Bull Halsey, whose motto was hit hard, hit fast, hit often. Wow. Model 620 trench shotgun. Want to know how to set one of these up? There you go. Oh, these are awesome. Isn't this the ones that are in 45? Yeah, these are like those little Savage. Very rare. Approximately 288 Savage model 1907 pistols were manufactured. 288. That's it. They tried to get the contract for that our Colt 45 won. This was in a contender. Pretty awesome. Look at that. It's like a top ejection. Interesting. I think it still had that same rotating, locking barrel. That action where the twist of the bullet going through the barrel locked it. It's probably still this. It was still the same action. Some nice old Colts, 1902. Sick. Absolutely sick. Very crazy. We'll just take a quick breeze through book number 3. Don't mean to be redundant here, but I can't imagine how this would be boring you. Wow. Peabody and Martini Creedmoor rifle. Exceptional panel scene engraved. Mid-range. Peabody and Martini. That's crazy. You want to know what this sold for? We can take a quick check. Where'd my paper go? I know you want to know. Everyone's going to be like, oh, I wonder what that sold for. The estimate here was $25,000 to $35,000. 3070. It's not in here. It goes from 3068 to 3071. So let's see if anything happened here. Doesn't say anything. I guess there's a chance that for some reason, maybe it didn't reach the, it's just not listed there because it didn't sell. I guess if it didn't sell, it didn't reach the reserve maybe. Because if the estimate was in the 25 to 35,000 range, the reserve might have been somewhere in there and it just might not have reached it. That was a letdown. Wow. Insane. Insane. Look at this wood. My God. See, like this is how these things just blow your mind. Where are you going to get these kind of pictures and this kind of information from, like going to the library and buying a gun book? It's not going to happen. This is why these things are just amazing. And this was just one, so this was one set. This is one set of 3 books for just this December 6th, 7th, and 8th auction. And like I told you, I got 3 here from this other one. It's 3 full sets. 3 full sets of auction books for 3 auctions. That's the way to do it. You download the paperwork and you have the whole auction. Before that, I had 2 books from one auction and then just 2 single books. Every once in a while, you just see one of these laying on a table at a gun show, and I would buy them. But this was a much better way to do it. I'm lucky. I feel lucky that the guy had all of them like that. Anyway, that's the Rock Island auction book information right there. And why I love to look through them. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon.
Yes,